Welcome to the forest outside the hamlet of paint daubs, the tower that we have built in the middle of this very, very lush forest. We've got all of these different undead creatures. There's a demon swordsman, another demon swordsman back through there, a warrior. This is Mem's Ujarin Emerald Dead's warrior hammerman. These are sort of all like demonic type creatures. So this is the undead army that's left back in through here. So we've still got a few of these. We've got an experiment that didn't quite work. Now where was that? Here it is over here. This is a mistaken experiment. It's like very, very slow moving, just a blob. Still alive though. All sorts of dead things around here. Just there's rotten corpses, skeletons. There's so much stuff. There's even a head. I saw it before when I was having there was a head over here, the reindeer bull head. We do actually have some humans. Like this is Kanar. The Lord Consort is actually sort of trying to make his way into the fortress. We've got a lot of humans that are alive out here as well. There's another one over this side. This is a bard. Everyone's trying to get back into the tavern. They heard that the tavern had very, very good reviews. So the good reviews are sort of bringing in all these different spearmen and things. So there's all these other people out and about, but the demons are absolutely smashing them. So we've got another big group of demons back up this way as well. So they're all over the place, the demonic forces. And we want to we now want to open up the fortress. Yeah, there's a whole group of them up through here as well. Look at all the carnage. I'm going to have a look at the legends probably in the next episode, I think, just to sort of see who died out here. There's an awful lot. There's been so much carnage. It's going to be a real who's who in the zoo type thing when we actually do have a look at that. So anyway, this is our tower. I'll just zoom in a little bit, and we'll then just go and just get back to the default level. So I try to keep it with the defaults. Now a few little things. Two major things, I think. One, I'll just go back down into the fortress itself. Now we've got this sort of prepared for. Hang on, where is it? This one down through here. This is the bottom of the pit trap. We've got this, which is almost fully now connected. So we are now almost ready to drop. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to go down to the bottom layer here and just dig in to create the lip. I've spoken about this before, where things that can scale walls, if they hit a lip above it, they come up against the lip and they can't climb around the lip. Now some creatures can leap enormous distances, so we have to. I don't know if that's going to be a factor or not, but I'm thinking of actually just creating the lip in through this side, and that way we're going to have we're not going to have to worry about it. We have to drop this one as well before we do that, so we just go down to F5, which has got our different layers, and through this side. So the one we want to drop is the drop release gate. So we pull that lever, do it now. And what else do we want to drop? We also want to drop at this point in time the gates at the top to deflect movement around that trap layer. So we'll just go and pull that lever, do it now as well. So we'll do both of those. I'll just wait for somebody to rush in and do that. Okay, they've now both been done. Let's just now go back up and then go back down through the different layers. That's now come back up. And then it's going to divert through around this way now. So they have to now, anything that comes is going to have to walk on this area. And so we just want to come, and this is now down as well. So this is now all ready for action. Let's just go and make that lip. In fact, what I could do would be to go down another layer. No, I'll do it this way. It's just thinking with the leaping, I don't think that they could leap 2 levels. Some creatures can leap right over a wall, but I think leaping up and out would be a bit of a hard ask, I would assume. So let's just go that way. This way, these will then just come back in. We'll just unpause the game, and they should be coming to do this. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about before I sort of go on, I will actually probably pause this while things are happening. I want to just go down to my middle layers in through here where we've got the well. Now, I was trying to get 2 levels of water. I think I've explained this before. You don't want to have a dusting of mud. Like if we have a look at this water here, for example, you can see that this one has got a dusting of mud in it, and then this is just the top level. So this is not what we want for a well. It's not what we want for anything, to be honest. The dusting of mud, if they're washing people off with mud-tainted water, it's going to end up potentially giving infections. So this is not what we want. This was supposed to be full. So the well was supposed to drop from here into a full well of water through here, and then have the dusting of mud underneath it. But it didn't work. And I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was thinking, floodgates allow water through, but still allow it to find its own level. So if you've got like a U-bend in some rock, usually in the game, and you've got water at one level sort of over here, and then you've got the U-bend sort of that comes back in around, the water won't just drop to where the bottom of the U-bend is. Lava does that, but not water. Water rises to the level of the other water, usually. The one proviso is that it will go to one level down if the water over here drains off the map. If it drains off the map, it only goes to one level below. I didn't know that, actually. So I don't think I've ever had to do that before. And so if you're using a river or something like that where it drains anything that goes off the map, if it goes through an intricate sort of system, it will then find a level one below the level of the actual of the lake itself, unless it happens to be built on exactly the same level all the way through. Now, we have done a channel down to then sort of go down onto this level. So our level goes in through here. It then goes up to this level here. Now, normally, as I say, this would be the level, and so this other area through here would then fill up to this level here. Not in this case, because the water, in this case, drains off the map. And so, again, I'll just explain that's actually why we don't actually have what we have. So I do want to fix that up as well. So what I'll do is I'll just come back in and I'll set this one up. If I go to the level above, I've got all this, so I'm just going to go and build. I want to come in on the diagonal. It's always safer to come in on the diagonals. It doesn't matter so much in here, but I'll still do the diagonals in through here as well. So let's just go and do that. I'm going to leave, this is the only one I have to really concern myself with. And so I'm just going to come back across. And I can use a door to actually lock this one off initially. The door works just as well as a floodgate, except a floodgate you can control. Doors are a little bit more difficult to control, I guess, in that sort of sense. But a floodgate I do prefer than a door. It's also more thematic. But in this case, we'll do that. Now, here they come. So they're just going to go and channel all of this out. Got all these different people visiting. And another thing I do want to do, here we go, they're taking it in turns. Another thing I do want to do is to go and just check my burrows again. And so we'll have a quick look at those as well, just to make sure that we've got everything sort of contained. Now, I do want to have the burrows contain, like to go down into this region of the fortress now. So we'll just go back across. So we'll do that and grab this as well. I don't want them going outside just yet. There's so much carnage out here. I'm not ready for that. Not ready for that at all. We'll go up because I'm building another bridge layer a bit further up into. I'm not actually. Yeah, I'll do this because this will take a little bit of time for them to build this, and that will do. That will be as far as I want them to go initially, and then I'll get rid of that as well. But they're going to be channeling out the area that we had built in here. Oh, not there. In here, this should be. Oh, hang on, we've got this one blocked. Okay, so we just need to come back in again and unblock this door, make it passable, and now we should start to see. Yeah, here they come. So they'll just come in and channel this out for us. Once we've done that, I will then open the gates, I think. Oh, hang on, I haven't done all the gates that I need to do. So we still want to be connecting that last gate up. So I'll have a look at that, and I'll just pause now anyway. There's a lot to do this session. Okay, so this area now has been built. I just need to go back down and build another lever. I should have done that when I was doing this. I'm going to put that around the market gate. So let's just go across, build another lever next to that. Machines, levers, grab one of those. Get that one constructed. Okay, and I'm just going to call this one the upper market gate. And this is going to be the last gate before we actually get into the fortress. And so this will be the last fail safe that we actually have. And so we're now just going to go and link the lever, go back up through the system, till we find that gate, which is just here. Right, do it now. So they'll then connect this one. Let's just continue back up and just see how we're going with our with pulling everything else apart. It should be just around the corner here. Okay, that's now all done except for this little piece in here. I'll then go back out. Now there's all sorts of other fighting now going on in the cavern layer as well. I'm just now going to block that one, just so there's no one allowed back into that bottom area. This stops them now from leaping back out again, hopefully. I'm assuming that will be the case. So we're actually now ready for the to open up the gates, I think. I'm just going to go and change my allowance again for the for my burrows. So we'll just come back down and we'll just repaint this as well. So we no longer want this. I was just putting it there just in case I had to still have this open when we were dealing with this. Now the burrows are they will try to respect what we have in the burrows. Actually, I'll just leave it there. So we will actually allow this part of it so that they can go to the trading area if they need to. There's rope and stuff in there that we haven't actually made anything of just yet. Not that we've had anyone restricted to burrows. You can see there's spearmen. So there's a human bowman is fighting and a spear. Okay, I don't know where they're fighting. Goblin dancer snatches the dwarf corpse in the head, tearing apart the muscle. This looks good. Maybe everyone that's visiting has actually managed to kill off the undead as such, and dwarf corpse places a chokehold. Let's have a look and see where this is actually taking place. Strangles a human bowman's throat. Okay, the corpse is actually looks like it's winning. So there is there's more corpses out all over the place. God, they're just absolutely everywhere. There's the dwarf spear dwarf corpse. But there's certainly been a lot of fighting. Right, now, what have we got in here? We've got the... oops, that's all down through here. These guys are still all congregating down around this side. Just get a bit of a feel for what we need to do. We just have to come back up to our area. Now, this is currently open. I need to close this one. So that one there has to sort of go through. Let's just now go across and we'll activate the burrows. So we just do that just to make sure that everyone now stays inside. And we've got all 20 people assigned. I'll just double check that everyone is restricted. Yes, they are. Good. That's always important. You don't want to suddenly have like 3 or 4 people that don't respect the burrow restrictions. Wish there was like a global one that you could use to ensure that actually happens, but that's not the way this particular game has sort of been set up. We need to raise this and raise the other one. So I'll just go to F5. So this one here, the drop release, pull the lever, do it now. And then we have this gate as well. Pull the lever, do it now. So they'll just come in. That one's done, and that one's done. Now if we just go back up to F1, that will then raise. That's good. We've got a bar there that was trying to... These are trying to go home. They're trying to leave, but it's not safe. So now we are ready for the influx. So now, unfortunately, our food and drink is now very, very light on. We do have 10 seeds, but let's just get this thing going. There's going to be then a problem when we do run out of food, and unfortunately, we're going to get a big influx of visitors, and that's going to really stretch our food supplies. I could actually go and butcher more animals. I'll do that. Should I do it now? Yeah, I'll just do it now. That way we can just have it done while we're looking at all the other stuff. So we've got the other stray yak. So I've got now these are still just bunnies. They're still just I don't really want to be butchering them until they're larger. I've got the buffalo bull through here. I'll just go and I'll go and butcher. No, we've already got the yak bull so that we don't eat the tallow. We did that one. So we'll just go and butcher that one ready for slaughter. Let's just do that. That'll then feed us for a little bit longer. We will need to get right on top of our areas, but let's just go down now to F5, and we're now going to open the tower gate. Pull the lever, do it now. And so here we go. Fingers crossed we haven't forgotten anything. So this will then drop, and then we should see a big influx of different creatures coming through. Here they go. Macemen. I'll just have a bit of a look at the list of people as they do come inside. This is a spear dwarf, human poet, human spearman. Some wild creature, the dancer, and a bard. Wow, I'm surprised that they survived. Here's the Lord Consort, Kanar. We've got ourselves another bard. So this troop has survived. A human dancer. Here's the Baroness Consort. That's the nobility inside, the human nobility. Then we've got a slow-moving human spearman. Now, what I'm going to do here... Yeah, okay, these guys are now chasing down the spearman. This spearman doesn't have any armor, any weaponry anymore, and this bard is going to try to make it inside. I'm going to reduce the speed of my FPS. Just by the way, to sort of show how that one does work, just go up to your if you don't have the FPS showing, just go to settings. So you click on the gear up through the top here, click on settings, and then click on game, and then scroll down until you find the show frames per second, and just click on yes. It's not on by default, so just make sure you do that when you do want to sort of slow the game down. The game uses frames. It actually renders every single frame. So if you've got like a very, very low frame rate, the game will actually play very slowly. So it runs at the speed of what's in the brackets here, which is the 50. Now I'm going to reduce by going Alt minus, and just going to reduce this one down to around about, say, 20 odd, or 15 to 20, somewhere in there around there. That will then bring this one in brackets down. It sort of maxes out at 50, even though you've got like 100 frames per second actually playing. And sometimes when you've got that opening, you'll see that certain dialogue screens will really slow the game down, like in terms of the frames, like saving the game. Now, the only negative with this is the user interface also hooks into that frame rate. So if it's down too low, sometimes you've got to really click for a long time to register a click. So just be aware of that. That's the one negative. Now, fight going on through here. Whoa, he's just dropped something. He's dropped the study of Tosid Boatswains. Now, who's this guy? This is Eve. She's 33 years old. She is bleeding and winded. Now, what about this guy? Tired, but her. This is Helpsafe's Demon Axeman. Now, does she still have the axe? Yes, she does. Silver Battle Axe. So I don't think that human's going to make it. Let's just watch what happens. This is the bard that we've had inside leaving. This bard's going to make it to freedom. They're going to keep on fighting up the top there. And we want to get the demons inside. There we go. It's panic times now. Who's that? Is that his ear? Yep, that's Eve's mangled right ear. Here comes another bard that we had visiting. Is now leaving. Okay, they're fighting now in the pits. And there is... Yeah, they're just going to be keeping on fighting in through there. Now, I'm not going to keep on going. Stray yak has been now slaughtered. So we'll now get the food from that, and we'll start to make other food. Unfortunately, we've got to feed all these people now. Here comes the merchant. He's now leaving. So these guys are... a bard has been found dead. Here we go. This one's been found dead as well. Eve's dead. With all their teeth. Bard is not going to make it. That one's been killed as well by these beasts. I really want to capture some of these. Oh, he's got the merchant now is going the other way as well, and you're not going to make it either. Yep, it's dead. Doesn't take long. So eventually they should try to make their way inside, because we've left the gates open. And this should be an attractive proposition for the demons. So I'll just let it continue on. I'll just pause until they try to take the fortress, I think. Here they come. It's coming around now, actually. If there's just one on its own, I'll deal with that. Will it go in on its own? This one's got two tails. Here they come. Here they come. Great. Now, if we closed it while they were there, now they're going back down through the into the actual start of it. Now, will the rest of them follow? It's coming back up. Come on, collect yourselves, guys. We want them all as one big group if we can do it. Hang on. One thing I just remembered. Good. Yep, I've got that one there. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so we can actually raise that whenever we feel like it. Good, that's our last fail-safe that we need to sort of be raising. Go back up to F1. Only got the 3 there. They may be calling the others in. These have all got spiked, like 2 tails. Not sure if they all do actually have 2 tails. Here they come. I'll pause until these actually start to now leave. So they should all collect themselves and make their way inside as one big concerted push, I would imagine. Just got one going in on his own. I really wanted all of them to go in. So there's 4 left over here, plus another group of them coming back down towards the other group of these sort of demonic fighters. Let's just watch what this one does. It's moving slowly. Again, they do move slowly unless there's things happening. Look, what I'm going to do here, if it does go down this way, it's starting to now move. It's got a long way to move around the other trap. Alright, I think it's now time. Just wait for it to go down this other loop. So it can't go past there. If that's going to try on its own, it's now going to come, there it is. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll go down to F5 and we'll now try to actually activate this bridge. So we'll pull the lever, do it now. And we need to then make sure that that the other one doesn't get to do anything else. So I don't want to pull the other levers just yet, but I'm going to have to do it fairly soon. I've got these other levers here that I want to basically pull 2 of these last 2 as well, just to sort of then stop it from being able to get further in. And then we've got this fail safe as well. So we've got a whole lot of different levers in through this side. Let's just go back up again to that level. Just check what's actually going on there. So up we go. Whoa, what are you doing up here? Construct building where? Don't do that. Don't tell me. Did I actually activate for them to build stuff? Yeah, I had actually pushed all this stuff back in there again. Everything else has been stopped. Now they'll probably still go up to that level. In that case, I think I'll pull this a bit earlier than what we thought. Let's just have a bit of a look. We've got a little bit of time. Let's just watch. It's now on the trap. Got a bard visiting. Yep, so we've got visitors. Still more visitors are being killed outside. I don't want to lose any of my population. Now, I'm now getting worried about this. I'm going to go and flick the switch to just go and raise this one and this one here. That way we should... Now the others aren't coming up, I hope. They're still a little way off. Yeah, oh no, they're going back down. That's good. Where'd they go? Yep, they're back. Okay, that's fine. All right. Okay, so that's good. That's the last of them as well. That human spearman. So okay, we can now sort of work. And it looks like they don't break open doors. Otherwise, I think they would have smashed open that door above. Now, actually, for F5, have we already pressed this one? That one's up. It's activated as well. Okay, so the drop bridge should now be working. So let's just go back across up to F1 and then just, okay, this is good. There's a whole bunch of them. They just haven't come down yet. Let's watch what happens. This should drop away any second now. It's not going to make it around the corner. There we go, bang. It's gone straight down and it's now stunned itself. So it's now in the bottom here. And so it's now stunned from the fall. If you look at its health and description, so she's really sick and quick to heal, but she is very weak. But they're not really very weak. So a one-eyed humanoid has a long hanging tail. Its black skin is sleek and smooth. This night creature was first created. Yeah, there we go. So, and it was only released, like, what's that, 10 years ago. So there's one of their experiments. This is now completely blocked off. That one shouldn't be able to make it back up unless it can leap. Now, there's nowhere for it to leap to. So what we'll do is we'll just go back up or down to F5 again and reset the trap. So we'll now just go back into here. and pull the lever, do it now, and we just now might as well watch what happens in through here. So someone else will come back in eventually. Come on, guys. You got to rush, you got to rush, you got to rush. It's annoying. Okay, Hornblende door destroyed. Okay, they do destroy doors. Right. So when we have a look at this one here, so the Hornblende door destroyed, but I wanted to see if they did it. So now that doesn't matter. If we just go back up to F1, they've smashed this one, and I think they've out of frustration. When we raise the bottom, they'll then come back in again and try again. We've got one demon that we've now captured, but we have to raise this area, and I don't know why nobody is going in to pull that lever. We need that lever pulled. Please be the one. No, you're not going in either. You are. Good on you. Grab that lever, pull it up. We're now open for business again. So they should now start to come back in again. That will then raise. Yep, there we are. So we'll slowly get as many of these demons as we can in that area of the fortress. We've got ourselves one. Oh, here we go. We've got ourselves a bard again. Another bard. All right, so there's nothing else happening in here. I'm going to wait. That timing seemed pretty good with what we did. We've got a couple of them now coming back down again. This one's moving a bit faster than the other one did. So the timing is about right when they're around about here. The other one's a fair way off. Okay, F5. Hopefully don't spend too much time doing this one. Pull the lever, do it now. So they are door smashers, we know that. Okay, so that's actually one thing that we have to be very careful of. Yeah, so that's good to know. Not all creatures are, of course. Got petitions here as well. No, deny. We don't want to have anything actually. Wishes to reside. Nope. Deny that. Deny that. Deny that. We don't want any people keeping our dwarves from their work at this stage. So now we have it designated that one for pulling. Let's just go back and have another look at the at what we have. I might also pull the Drown Atom Smasher transition gate, like the gate in the middle there. I might just pull that lever as well. Just this one that we've got in the area, in the trap area right now, is really quite fast. So let's just leave it and go back up to F1. Now we've still got the fight going in through there. Where's the rest of them? It's only the two of them. Let's watch what happens here. This one is fast. Yep, it's going to be over before we can do anything. Yep, it's gone through. So let's go back down and have another look. Come on, you need to come back in and do this, guys. All right, I'm going to pull this lever now as well. This is our sort of fail-safe at the bottom of the fortress. Right, F1 again. We'll just have a bit of a look and see what's going on. In fact, what I'm going to do now is going to pull the other lever, because this has now been pulled. That's now going to drop. Pull the lever, do it again, just to bring it straight back up again. We need more people down in here doing this this lever pulling. I've got too many now doing stuff. Let's just get all of these guys. They're not doing anything else really. All right, that way at least they will do the lever pulling, which is important. It's the wrong way, and just go back across to our other door and through here. So we want that to raise. It's a fair way down. Like it'd be hard for that creature to get down into that layer. We're trying to raise this one through here, and it's still got a long way to go to actually make it through. So there's a fair bit. This will then drop fairly soon. Oh, we may catch that one. There we go. That one's now fallen as well. And then as it comes, there's another one coming back in through there. they'll then raise that again, so that'll be then raised straight away, which will be good. So there we go, we've got now 2 of the demons caught. This is now has to go back down. So it should come around here. This is racing down. This one is fast. What's musical good focus, poor institution, values friendship. It's racing down the fortress. Now that's been raised, great. Now I don't want to trap it in here. I'd prefer it to go back out the other way. So this is now a bit of a fail-safe. Yep, so it'll come back up. Let's just go back up the top again. So we've now got 2 of them in there. That's now all been reset again. And where's the others? They're all right here. Are they still making it down? No, they're coming back up again. Now if we can get the other one when it's starting to come, where is it? It's making its way back up again. So we'll try to catch this on its way back through. Now I'm just gone the half hour now. This one's now stopped. Is it tired? No, it seems fine. Okay, well, not much we can do with that one just yet. It's not doing anything. What about the others? You know, all still got a couple there. Now if I open up the gates again, the other gate, it's just sitting there. It's going to charge around. Now we've got more dancers and things that are trying to leave, and I don't want them going out as well. They'll head back down. I mean, I don't care. They're not really part of our fortress. Just go back up the top here. I really need that other one to come back up again. Anyway, I'll pause this until we see more movement. Oh, this one got seriously injured with that. Let's have a look at the health. Okay, it's broken its legs. Trouble breathing. That's good to know, actually. So it did drop. That drop actually did hurt it. So its left lower leg is bruised, its left true ribs is mangled beyond recognition, his lower spine is bruised, his left lung is fractured, he's weak. Okay, so it bears, wow, all these different scars. This is from all the fighting it did outside as well. So it's just got lots and lots of scars. So it does heal up. It does say it's very weak. Okay, that's cool. This one here was okay. Interesting, interesting. These were people at one point. Isn't that sad? Okay, so anyway, we'll just I'll just let it go again. We'll I don't want to open up the gates again just because it's going to go a bit crazy. Anyway, we'll wait for that one deep down to come back up. It actually hasn't moved. I think what I might do is actually open the gates again and allow it, like they'll smash all this stuff up, but we can always just rebuild this. We do have a dancer in here that can get down at the moment, but it's not doing it. God, I wish it would just move. It's just sitting there. Minkot Bektalun, Litod Lurak is its name. Because there are others that we now want to start to... I would like to get these to move down as well into the fortress. So I will actually let that bard try to escape, or that dancer. Oh, here we go, we're now in early summer. Yeah, because I have run out of time. So I think I might leave it here actually, and then we'll think about what to do. We've caught 2. 2 is a good start, but there's still a lot more to go and get. But if that's working quite well, it's a nice extended area. Those really fast-moving ones where we couldn't quite get them in time. This is going to be another similar sort of trap, ultimately, where we try to trap them in water. Another thing I could do would be to build another gate at the like to actually block them into that little trap area, so they run down, then run back again. That would be something we could do. anyway, I will leave it here, guys. So thanks for watching. We'll try this again in the next session. There they go. They're just now moving off. So both of these bards are trying to... I really wish that they would stay back, but they're trying to get out. Look, I think we might let them out. I've left this one up. I can always come back and just close that one off as my safety valve. It's only a little way down, but if they then start to congregate in here, then we're going to be in trouble because I'm not going to really be able to sort of do anything with them. I might raise that one while I'm here, I guess. Actually, even if I raise this one, I wonder if I just got to change the parameters of what they're doing, so that they sort of move off. They will move off at some point, but I just don't know when that will be. And then we have to find a way to kill these things anyway at some stage. So it's interesting that they did take some damage back in the bottom there. They're going to be two. We could actually pepper them with arrows, perhaps. Like that would be another thing we could actually do. But we're not really in a position to do that one just yet. Anyway, I will leave it here, guys. Thanks for watching.